Thank you very much, Yulia. And getting back to the purely administrative part of the relationship between the newly enhanced ministry and the Arctic regions, could I ask you just two questions? The first one is about how the new Ministry for Development of the Russian Far East and the Arctic will relate with other ministries. And for example, I think the key issue here is finance. What will be the relations between the new ministry and the Ministry of Finance? And will the new ministry play a leading role in distribution of the funds from the state budget, which are allocated according to the state financial program of development of the Arctic?
Thank you for your question. We understand that Arctic development covers a lot of spheres, being the natural resources, being transport, being the sphere of finance. We already have an experience on the Far East development, and we know how to do it. First of all, we create a special program for the Arctic development, which includes also and infrastructure and economic positions and social positions and transport positions. And for your understanding, we will not involve our Minister of Natural Resources in our ministry and our Minister of Transport. But be sure that all decisions which our Minister of Transport and our Ministry of Natural Resources and our ministers soon will decide for Arctic region will be approved by us. That's the condition. And I think, and we have a lot of instruments for this. We have government commission, we have special working group and working shops, we have special programs for it, we have internal different communication spheres. So that is the main. But about the finance, of course, we understand that the main issue is about to find finance, and without the government support, can't develop the Arctic. And when it will be the program, we will start to discuss everything about the finance with the Minister of Finance. And it's the only way. And it's normal. It's like everywhere.
Okay, thank you. And my second question is about the role of your department that you're heading. What will be the role of your department in international Arctic cooperation of Russia? So there are many ministries that are doing that, and the coordinating role, according to the decree of the President, is attributed to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But what will be your niche in international cooperation of the Arctic? Who are your partners, and what are your functions? What are your possibilities here? What is your role here?
You know, we only now formed this all strategic about international cooperation according to our ministry. Of course, first of all, our partner is our Minister of Foreign Affairs, and concerning the our preparation for the Arctic Council, we will be connecting with them. Next, of course, it's my colleagues from other ministries for the concerning such international programs. Of course, it's my colleagues from other ministers in European countries, and it's normal because we have a lot of intergovernment commissioners, as you know, for the development between Russia and other countries, and we can put some questions and issues in that point, and it will be coordinated also by our department, and of course our international ministries and in our regions. We have to collaborate it, and we have to put it in one line and do it together. That is the issue. Of course, international corporations and international business, he will also, I know about this because we have an experience of the Far East, and I gave you examples. We communicate with these corporations, and this is the main, but we still formed.
Thank you. We have 1.5 minutes left for questions from the floor, please.
Yeah, my name is Mikko Kiini. I'm from Finland, representing Arctic Economic Council here. The marine traffic on the Northern Sea route is quite important for the development of these Arctic regions. now simultaneously with the decision to establish your ministry for Arctic issues, the whole administration and management of the Northern Sea Route has been given to Rosatom. So can you explain your relationship with Rosatom now today?
Thank you very much for your question. Really, the last decision which make another government divided our responsibility. So all transportation, all transport infrastructure is Rosatom and our Minister of Transport. But we are providing for the volume which has been by the sea route. It means that we have to provide investment projects. That's all. This is how do we divide.
Anyway, thank you very much, Yulia. Unfortunately, our time is over. We had to finish the session. Thank you very much for getting a clear picture for us about the new administrative role of Moscow in relationship with the regions. But do we have 4 minutes yet? Okay, we still have 4 minutes. I'm sorry, we are moving with the schedule. Yes, questions coming.
Thank you so much. My name is Marja Mok. I come from Iceland, and when you show the vast country, the span of land that you are trying to develop, it's just amazing. I would like to ask you, have you already reserved some of this land for national parks, for natural reservation of any sort, for forest protection, etc.? Thank you.
You know, I'll be honest, I can just even speak you about the Far East. I can't speak now about concerning this particular question on the Arctic. Maybe my colleagues from the region will help and will find you during the sessions and will answer you. But I promise next, when we will see in the next session somewhere, I will prepare it for you, because now I can't be in the international department and be it not the department of the Arctic development, I can't now answer your question. But what I really want to say, that Russian Federation, as you explained, we understand that our Arctic zone covers big territory, and we understand that our ministry covers also Far East. We understand that natural forests and all our environment protection is very important for us. Thank you.
Any more questions, please?
Yes, good afternoon, Thomas from University of Akureyri. I would like to ask you about the Northern Sea Route. You were talking about international cooperation, but how do you see the European sanctions and as well the French President Macron speech at the G8 about avoiding the Northern Sea Route, then, agreed by CMA, CGM and Hapag-Lloyd?
I think it's a question to our Minister of Foreign Affairs.
I simply, I won't take time from Yulia. She is the speaker. And let me then pass on to another question, if there's any. If no, I can say.
But we're open for everyone, believe us.
If no, just a few words. It was said yesterday many times that sanctions do not solve problems. Any problem. Including the problems that you mentioned. Sanctions could slow down the process. Sanctions can speed up process, depending on the situation. So, depending on what you mean and what particular aspects of the problem that you mean, there could be movement in both sides. But again, sanctions do not solve problems. We think it's abnormal. But we have our own plans, and we should move on, despite any pressure, of whatever sort, including the sanctions. And I hope that there are really very good chances for our Nordic region, Arctic region to develop, including to develop the North Sea route. We had very ambitious plans on that. We're investing hard. We have state program of development of the North Sea route. And we are open to cooperation with everyone. And I think that there are very good prospects for development, despite any outer factors. But the major thing is, again, that so big that I think that we have to rely on international cooperation in developing the Arctic together for many reasons. So, just very brief answer to your question. Unless there are anyone. So we have zeros on that, unfortunately. We have to thank you very much. And I wish all the best to the new department and new ministry of Yulia. And I hope that could be a solution to many problems that still remain, of course. Thank you very much. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.